Hi, this is Kerry Artak with Wicked Stocks, bringing you your daily Tesla report for Friday, August 2nd, 2024. But before we check out the charts, I just want to ask you to please click like, share, subscribe, and check out wickedstocks.com, where we offer a full suite of both daily and weekly analytical videos, just like the daily Tesla and daily NVIDIA reports, daily analysis in the SPY, daily analysis in the Triple Q, weekly analysis in the S&P 500 index, the NASDAQ 100 index, and Apple stock, as well as 2 individual stock picks a week that you never see on YouTube that cater to the 3 to 5 week swing trader out to the 3 to 5 month near-term investor, always looking for 20% moves or more on those underlying stocks. And you get to see all of this for free. We offer a 5-day free trial up front. So check out wickedstocks.com. Let's take a look at the charts. I'm going to jump right to this chart here. 219.34. We closed below it by a full point, but you can see how close it was. I'm not trying to, I'm not trying to hedge the idea, are we in a sell signal or not? But I think you would agree with me, it was pretty darn close. And so if you didn't go short on the close, on Thursday's close, I certainly don't have a problem with that. But we are in a sell signal, so I'm assuming, and that's a strong assumption, but I think there's a decent chance we will open below 219.34. This is a sell signal by a degree, and it does indicate a bearish continuation, not significant bearish continuation, but over the next 3 to 5 days, 1 to 2 days, I don't see it today, but by some point next week, this narrowing of 195.79 to 200.28 region is in reach. Now, this lower area at 195.79, this rising 2/3 speed line, has been considered a 2 to 3 week target anyway, following the gap and settlement below the 252.63 rising 1/3 speed line. With speed line analysis, you close below a rising 1/3, you anticipate the rising 2/3, and that's what we have at 195.79. So this chart is basically underscoring that, given the fact that we settled yesterday below 219.34, and assuming we open today below 219.34, and certainly a lower settlement or a lower opening could invite selling right out of the gates. We do have carefully chosen minor points, but I do think we could fall to 204.90 today, which is right about here on the chart. 204.90, nothing more than a 50% downside retracement from the April low against the July high. So if we open today below 219.34, I do think 204.90 is in reach. We've got other minor points on the way down, but 204.90 you should allow for. That would be a meaningful sell-off day, just like or similar actually to what we saw on Thursday. And yes, if we break 204.90 today, it is a Friday after all, we could certainly test this 200.28 channel top. That is a 1-year channel top, by the way, that on the weekly chart comes in at 201.79. And yes, that is a solid bottom picking zone of long-term support. 201.79 is on the daily chart, once again, at 200.28. And that area, if you're short, good area to cover short positions. It's a solid area to go long. We could bottom out here in the 195.79 to 200.28 region, not only through next week, but quite possibly through the balance of the year, as it correlates well with this channel top that we settled above about 5-6 weeks ago, then indicating 328.66 as a 3 to 5 month target. So coming off of 201.79, there is the possibility that by the end of the year, over the next 3 to 5 months, we could rally up to 328.66. If we close below not only 201.79, but also below, of course, the rising 2/3 speed line at 195.79, that does continue the decline as we move through August trade. I'm not prepared to tell you exactly what that is, but I know that it's much lower. It'll be like in the 120s, and we will definitely show that. If we begin testing this area over the next few days, we will begin showing you what the outcome would be if we were to close below 195.79. So opening below 219.34, 204.90 likely today, day traders. And yesterday's settlement below 219.34 is justification, rationale for playing the short side 3 to 5 day swing traders down into the 195.79 to 200.28 region. If you didn't go short with yesterday's settlement just below 219.34, then closing lower on the day would be your next indication. Closing higher on the day would probably mean we close also above 219.34. And so we could open above 219.34 today. And if so, where is the chart? I don't really have it laid out well, but I will say that 237.37 is our upward pivot point through August. So if we happen to push or open today above 219.34, 226.91 is in reach today. That could be it for the day. We could also push all the way up to 237.37. Now, especially if we open today above 219.34, that could set up a kind of a short cover situation right out of the gates. 226.91 in reach. And if we happen to push through 226.91, 237.37 is attainable by the closing bell, where we could top out through next week, fall away from here, by the way, back down into, our longer term support area in the 195.79 to 200.29 region. So I don't expect it today, but if we test 237.37, this is a solid area to cover a long position. If you're a day trader, it's a solid area to go short. If you're a 3 to 5 day swing trader, and if you're a 1 to 2 week swing trader, because following a test of 237.37, you can anticipate a 1 to 2 weeks bearish rotation back into this 195.79 to 200.28 region. And of course, if we were to close above 237.37 after the big sell-off on the July high, I see that as a go-long strategy as we move through the rest of August and into September. Closing above 237.37, no good reason to be short Tesla as we move through August trade. Within 2 to 3 weeks, we should revisit 271, even the July high. We could double top there for a spell, but I do think over the next month or two, possibly 3 to 5 weeks, we could continue on up to 292.45, which is, as we move into early to mid-September, coincides in the 320s. And what I'm really saying here then, of course, is a settlement above 237.37 does imply a bullish continuation over the next month or two to the 328.66 channel top, where we could certainly place a good high through the rest of the year. Have I said everything else? I'm going to say it one more time. Repetition actually helps, I think, and that is to say that if we close above 237.37, no good reason to be short Tesla through August trade. You actually want to play the long side. You might reach for 271 strike out of the money calls that don't expire for at least, this is a 2 to 3 week play, for at least 6 weeks. You might also reach for, over the next couple of months, a 310, 320 strike out of the money calls that don't expire for at least 4 months. That would be the option strategy. And if we happen to slip over the next few days into this zone of targeted support, I might add, 195.79 to 200.28, you could also do the same. We'll be apprising you of the new channel tops and so forth at that time. But, at this area, 195.79 to 200.28, you cover any short positions, and I'm talking any short positions you may have, between now and the rest of the year, because we can come out of this area nicely. And I'll give you the 3 to 5 day targets, so forth and so on, the 1 to 2 week targets, if we happen to slip into this 195.79 to 200.28 area. I think that pretty much covers it. I am going to leave it at that. Please click like, share, subscribe, check out wickedstocks.com. Take advantage of that 5-day free trial. You get Triple Q and SPY analysis. Triple Q has been holding, and the SPY has been trading beautifully. Been testing channel structures and falling away. I can't really go into it because it's a paid subscription, but I'm going to leave it at that. I'll be back Sunday afternoon, of course, with Monday's Tesla report, and you have a great weekend.